Hey YouTube, welcome to Watch Me. This is my first episode, and I want to talk to you about some lower price watches that I think that a lot of people who are getting into the scene might want to start with. They probably would need to know about. They might not, understand kind of what's the difference between the automatic, the quartz. They might not know which brands to go with. They might have some stereotypes on size, and I just wanted to cover all of that. So to start, we have probably the most recommended watch to start with, and that is the Seiko 5. The Seiko 5 is effectively the most recommended automatic watch for a couple of reasons. For those that don't know, Seiko is a company. They've been making watches for a long time. They made this watch, and the whole Seiko 5 is not necessarily this watch, but it's a series of watches. There's a bunch of options, different sizes, and they're all Seiko 5. So this is the SNK809. You can get this for $80 on Amazon currently. It comes with the black canvas strap that I recommend we'll talk about that later. It is a great watch. You can get it for 50 bucks on eBay. It is not hard to find. It's relatively easy to find used, so you don't have to pay the new $90 or whatever it is if you don't want to. They also come in different face colors. This is the black one. They have a beige one, a green one, a blue one. They're all the same price effectively. They all come on the same strap. Great beginner watch. Great watch in general. It's not even a beginner watch. It's a great watch in general. Pretty clear face. The minutes are on the outside of the dial. The hours on the inside. I think that the white hands, the black dial, this is kind of my first pick of what I thought I wanted. It does day and date, which is awesome. Yes, it works. It's just I haven't worn it. Let me do the Seiko shake. There you go. So this is the Seiko 5. It's got a 37 millimeter case, brushed metal, fairly good looking. It's got a clear case back, offset crown to 4 o'clock, which I think is pretty neat. It's tucked in there really nicely. It is water resistant to 30 meters. The glass, like most Seiko watches, it's Heartlex glass. It's not sapphire or anything. It's something that almost all the Seiko watches have, and there's some benefits, but I'll get into that in a different video. The strap that comes with it is a black canvas strap. Clearly I don't have it on it anymore, but it is an 18 millimeter strap, so if you wanted to go and get your replacements, 18 millimeter is what it is. The movement is an in-house Seiko movement, unlike a lot of other watches, especially this price point. They're going to be, movements that are purchased from other companies, but this is an in-house Seiko movement. It is super reliable. It's been out for a long time. You can find these watches. You can find vintage Seiko 5s, which I find to be just pretty awesome. And it is extremely mod friendly for those who want to make little changes to the watch. You want to get a new face, you want to get some new glass, you want to do a curved sapphire, you want to do a new face, new hands, you want to, do the, polish the edge or whatever you want. This is the watch to start with. Also, worst case scenario, if you want to learn to do it yourself, if you break it, it's better to break this watch than to break $1,000 watch, right? Or you don't want to break anything, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's a good place to start. You feel comfortable making your modifications and changes and whatnot. So that's kind of the rundown for this watch. Now, my own personal opinions, watch sizes are something that you will see in the forums, people battling religiously, right? Big watches, small watches, whatever you want, based on wrist size. No, it all really comes down to what you feel comfortable with, what you think looks good on you, it's all about you. It's all about what you think, is the thing you want to wear. So personally, I love this watch. I like it because when I wear it, I forget I'm wearing it, right? And when I need to look at it, it is there. It tucks really nicely. It doesn't bulge. But for my opinion, I think another Seiko watch fits my bill better. That's a Seiko 5 Sports, and I'll go over that on this next video. One of the things that I recommend you do, regardless which watch you buy or which watch you're eyeing to buy, make sure to invest the time in straps. It is highly, highly recommended you buy your first watch. You might not like it for whatever reason. Invest in straps. Whatever strap the watch comes with, I'm sure it's nice, but options changes the whole look and feel of the watch. A good example is I bought this watch with a black strap, and I decided to buy, a black. I decided to buy a black NATO, right? A black NATO. For those who basically, a NATO is effectively just, it's another strap, right? Now, whether I highly recommend spending the time to invest in some other kinds of straps for your watch. For example, this is a black NATO by Blue Shark. It just gives the watch a whole different look and feel compared to what it came with. And at the time of doing it, I probably bought I don't know. At the time of buying this watch, I probably bought 3 straps, and it taught me a lot about what I like, right? What you think you like, what you actually like from a wearable point of view is very different. So, just an example, if you take the Seiko 5, throw it on a NATO, looking pretty sharp, I think. Compare it to the the black canvas strap that you get when you buy the watch, looking very sharp. I think it's awesome. So whether you want to you want to go get a silicone watch band, switch up the colors, switch up the feel, experiment. Black buckle, chrome buckle, polished buckle, whatever it might be. Spend the time to experiment, because I tell you what, your best watch is your best watch, yes, but the band to go with a watch can make it really, really pop in a way that you may not have even seen it, whether it's, silicone, whether it's a NATO, whether it's leather, whether it's a colored leather or whatever it might be, whether it's a Perlon. And I have all examples of those to kind of show you how I went down the path there. So that's really going to include this episode. I hope that this helped those that wanted to spend some more time with the Seiko. Hopefully, you had a good view of what it looks like on my wrist. I don't know how big my wrist is. I apologize, but on my wrist, I would say I have close to average size wrist. It fits pretty well. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the square buckles on this NATO because it sticks out, but it fits pretty well. As you can see, there is a little bit more of it sits a little bit higher on the wrist because of the fact that it is NATO, and there's 2 pieces of cloth basically sitting between my wrist and the watch. But the black and silver theme, amazing. For basically $100, this watch and this Blue Shark strap looks like $1 million. Of course, not $1 million, yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. It looks pretty color coordinated and it looks great. So definitely spend some time on the bands is my point. For the next episode, I'm going to bring out some more Seikos. I started with Seikos and I'm still kind of on Seikos, but the reason I did, because price, right? You can get a smaller watch, a larger watch, a diver, and just experiment with what you want, and I think that, having a couple more lower price things, allows you to just figure out if that's good for you, or you want to go further and spend more and actually save up and invest in a nice piece. But like I said, these are all beautiful pieces. They're all functional. I type for a living, so these are really important. There's really the comfortability, making the watch being comfortable is really important for me. I can't have something gigantic that's bouncing on my wrist while I'm typing 8 hours a day. It just won't work out. So again, appreciate you watching all the way through. I'm going to try and, be a little bit tighter on the agenda for the up and coming videos, but please like, subscribe. Yeah, just let me know if there's any particular watches that you think, from a low price point of view, that you want to be reviewed. I'll try and make it happen and get it in and look at it. Thank you for spending the time to watch this review. I apologize if I was a little scatterbrained. I'll work on that, but I appreciate, again, the time. I appreciate any kind of comments, whether they're positive or negative, to shape this into something that I think could be more enjoyable for the watch enthusiasts, the budding watch enthusiasts like myself. Thanks again. Have a nice one.